class, we are taking the derivation of the transformer. So what exactly the transformer will do? Transfers the electric energy from one circuit to another circuit. So we must say transformer is used for transmission of electricity. So how much electricity is transmitted from one circuit to another circuit is the question. So for that, we require the derivation. Is the voice audible? The students are telling. Anyone please confirm. Is the voice audible to you? Yes. Anyone student? Is the voice audible for everyone? Is the voice clear? Anyone put it in the chat box? Is the voice audible?
Sir, your voice is not audible,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Now it is. Is the voice audible now, everyone? Please check
Yes,
now.
sir.
Now it is audible. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah, yeah. We are just starting now. So right. So today's class transformer. What we are going to study. We say transformer transfers the electricity or electric energy from primary winding to secondary winding. So everywhere we require the transformer to send the electricity for long distance. So how much electricity is transmitted by the transformer is our derivation today. So we call it as, okay, I'll tell you the name, but what's going to happen? What is this explanation? Now, in order to prove the derivation, first imagine on the screen you are able to see the rough diagram of the transformer, right? Everyone? Anyone? On the screen you are able to see the rough diagram, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right.
Yes, sir.
So inside the transformer, if you see the second explanation, according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, the magnetic flux or magnetic energy phi m interacts with the secondary winding. As a result, current flows through the secondary winding. This is what we have studied. So before creation of the current, always there will be certain voltage. So this voltage is called as uh, E2, which is the secondary winding voltage. I'm just calling it as the E. So we say that whenever the magnetic flux or magnetic energy interacts or cuts the secondary winding, a voltage is developed across the windings, and then the current starts to flow through the secondary windings. Now let us start our derivation with this particular concept. So now this derivation is very much important. In the examination, explain the transformer means you must explain the previous class theory part and this particular derivation. So how much electricity is transferred from primary to secondary winding is given by EMF equation of a transformer. Now the new document is visible on the screen. Anyone student, please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is EMF here? Another name for voltage is electromotive force. Electromotive force or voltage. So EMF equation says that how much electricity is transferred from primary winding to secondary winding. Okay. So now for that, we have to make an assumption. Anyone tell me transformer contains rectangular iron frame or iron core. Inside that iron core, what is the value of the magnetic energy we have taken? We have assumed let phi m, or
5
5 m.
yes, let phi m or qm be the magnetic flux of the transformer rectangular iron core. Okay, and I1 and I2, everyone please mute yourself. I1 and I2 be the primary and secondary winding currents. Okay, these are all our assumptions. N1 be the number of turns in primary winding and N2 be the number of turns of copper wire in secondary winding. Okay, so from where I have to start the derivation? In order to start the derivation, first we must visualize, we must write this statement. According to Faraday's law, when changing magnetic field of rectangular iron frame interacts with the interacts or cuts or links with the stationary secondary winding, as a result of interaction, current flows through the secondary winding, which is denoted by I2 and the load. So when magnetic field interacts with the windings, immediately voltage is created and then current flows through the windings. So what is the name of that voltage? We are using the word average EMF or the voltage. So here we have written the word induced. I will explain the word complete meaning of the word induced or developed or created. So average EMF developed across the secondary winding is given by E average is equal to, formula is what? D phi by dt. Anyone tell me what is D phi? Rate of change of magnetic energy. Okay, D phi means. So we say, sir, why you are writing here magnetic field? I can also write D phi m by dt, because of the creation of the magnetic field only, once again current is flowing through the secondary winding. How this electricity is created in secondary winding? Anyone? How the current is flowing in secondary winding? Because of magnetic energy linking or interacting with the secondary winding, only electricity is created. So whenever magnetic energy is changing, once again we are getting the electric energy. So E average equal to D phi by dt, rate of change of magnetic field, divided by what is dt, change in the time taken to complete one revolution. Sir, what is revolution? Now everything is based on this graph. So AC current or AC magnetic field means it contains positive of cycle and negative of cycle. You have to draw this diagram. Okay, I hope it is visible to everyone. So this is the positive and negative of cycle. And what is the angle, anyone? 0, 180, 360. We can put this one as 0, pi and 2 pi. And what is this part? It is pi by 2. Okay, what is phi m? Here this phi m is explaining it is a maximum value. Okay, so during one revolution means one full cycle. Okay, so now how much amount of electricity is developed at secondary winding is given by E average is equal to, average value we are taking, E average equal to d phi by dt. Sir, why you are writing here average? Because I am having n number of turns. I can use 30 turns, I can use 10 turns in the secondary winding. So on an average we are writing. So E average equal to d phi by dt, which is rate of change of magnetic field, because magnetic field value is not constant. It is increasing and decreasing. Rate of change of magnetic field by time taken to complete one revolution. Anyone tell me what is the time taken to complete one full cycle? It is T, capital T. Here we have written T is equal to 1 by F. The time taken to complete one full cycle is T. Now you tell me, what is the time taken to complete one off cycle? Anyone? See the graph and tell me. T by 2. Very good. T by 2. T by 2. T is equal to 1 by F. That is T is equal to 1 by 2F also I can write. Now you tell me, anyone, what is the time taken to complete 1 by 4th cycle? 1 quarter cycle.
T by 4.
T by 4.
T by 4F.
So T is, I can also write T by 4 or T is equal to 1 by 4F. So here we have written this arrow marks are representing this particular region. Let us consider 1 by 4th cycle from 0 to pi by 2. During this 1 by 4th cycle, the value of magnetic energy is phi m and time period is T is equal to 1 by 4F. Okay. So now E average. So here certain clarity is missing out. I will read this one. Please make a note. E average equal to d phi by dt. This is the formula you have to remember to start the derivation. Okay. Above statement I have given only for your understanding. Examination, if you want to start, you can start directly from the formula. Average voltage in a transformer is equal to d phi by dt. Because of rate of change of magnetic field only, voltage is created. Therefore, we write E average equal to d phi by dt. Why we are writing average? So we are using n number of turns. So we use the word on an average. So E average equal to d phi by dt during one revolution. Now our aim is to bring the formula for d phi by dt. What is d phi, anyone? Rate of change of magnetic field. So now you see the graph. Everything works with the graph. You must draw this graph. So rate of change of magnetic field means what? All of you tell me. At time t is equal to 0, what is the value of magnetic field? See the graph and tell me. At time t is equal to 0,
0.
it is 0.
0.
Now you tell me at time t is equal to quarter cycle 1 by 4f, what is the value of magnetic field? Phi m. Yes or no? During one quarter cycle, the magnetic field has increased to the maximum value, so phi m. Now what is the change means? Upper value minus lower value, highest value minus initial value. So how to calculate d phi? D phi, see all of you, same thing we have written. E average equal to d phi by dt. D phi is equal to, what is the formula? Change in the magnetic field. Change in the magnetic field, what is the formula, all of you? Highest magnetic
Sir,
field.
screen is not clear.
That's what I'm saying. Screen certain clarity is
minus 0.
clarity is missing out. You must listen and make a note. So what is the formula we are having? All of you see. You write in the notes. E average equal to d phi by dt. Clarity material I will release, but now you listen. E average equal to d phi by dt. That's okay. Here also what I have written. Anyone tell me? Same expression. E average equal to d phi by dt. dt. What is d phi now? Yes, yes. See, d phi m minus 0, because phi m is the final value during 1 by 4th cycle, minus 0. And what is dt now? Time taken to complete one quarter cycle you have written. Let us consider one quarter 1 by 4th cycle. That means what's happening in 1 by 4th cycle. So what is dt now? Time change in the time 1 by 4f. T is equal to 1 by 4f. Is it clear, all of you? D phi by dt is equal to phi m minus 0 by 1 by 4f. So phi m by 1 by 4f is equal to how much? 4f comes to the numerator, and this is 4f into phi m. Equation 1. This is very important. So what is the derivation? E average equal to d phi by dt. D phi means change in the magnetic field from highest value minus initial value. Highest value is phi m minus initial value is 0, and dt is change in the time period during one quarter cycle only. Okay, so 1 by 4f. Is it clear, anyone? This particular part?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Of course, here there is certain clarity is missing out. We'll see. Now you see, all of you. After this E average, see when you are no disturbance, when you are unmuting. Yeah. Please mute. Please mute. Sound we are able to listen. Please mute the student who is okay, right? Thank you. Now you see, all of you here. Yes, this is what you have to make a note. We have studied form factor and peak factor, certain values. Anyone tell me what is the value of form factor?
1.11.
Very good.
1.1.
See, sir, why we have to study form factor means, if form factor value is 1.11, then we say we are having equal area of positive off cycle and equal area of negative off cycle. So whenever I'm saying that I'm transmitting electricity to one house, I should write the formula of form factor. So here what we have written, form factor equal to, what is the formula? Form factor RMS voltage by average voltage. RMS voltage by average voltage. So transformer, what it will do, it transfers the RMS voltage from primary winding to secondary winding. Okay, so now you see, all of you, form factor equal to RMS voltage by average voltage. From this expression, what is RMS voltage? I have written in shortcut ERMS. What is the formula written here? Anyone? This one you can see. ERMS equal to form factor into E average, average voltage. So what is the formula for form factor? 1.11 into E average. Now you see, all of you, E RMS equal to 1.11 into, what is the first equation we got? E average, how much we got here? Anyone read out?
4F
4F phi m. So I have substituted here. So we will multiply 4.44 into F into phi m. 4.44 into F into phi m. So ERMS. So once again, I'm telling AC transformer works with the AC current. Whenever we are speaking with AC current, another real name of AC current or voltage is RMS. That's why transformer is transferring the electricity, means it is transferring the RMS voltage, RMS current. So we should write the expression ERMS equal to for 1.11 into, we have to bring the value of E average 4FQ phi m, 4.44 F into phi m. This is equation 2. Okay, so how much electricity is transferred from primary to secondary? Anyone? 4.44 into F into magnetic field, which is given, which is of the rectangular iron core. If you buy the transformer, they will give you the frequency value and rectangular iron core. Now, let us say I want to increase the voltage, decrease the voltage. So transformer has primary winding and secondary winding. Now I am considering the number of turns in primary and secondary winding. I can write ERMS, which is equal to E1. E1 means primary winding voltage. How much voltage is present at primary winding? E1 is equal to 4.44 into F into phi m into N1. What is N1? Number of turns in primary. So similarly, I can write the same expression for secondary winding. Anyone tell me what is the expression for secondary winding? E2 is equal to 4.44 F into phi m into N2. So in an average, so whether it is primary or secondary, the general equation of transformer, how much electricity is transferred from primary to secondary, is E is equal to, or ERMS equal to, which indicates EMF equation of transformer. How much the value here? Read out anyone? 4.44 into F into phi m into N. This formula you have to remember. So what is the EMF equation of transformer? All the students.
4.44 into F into phi m into
F,
N.
N to N. Units are volts. It is a voltage. So this derivation you must write. They will ask the question, explain the EMF equation or explain the working principle of transformer. Last class I have taken only the theory followed by this derivation. I repeat here once again. So our derivation is EMF equation, which explains how much electricity the transformer is transferring. So today onwards, if you see near your colony, the blue color transformer, see if the blue color indicates that transformer is under safe condition. If transformer is having any fault condition, it turns from blue color to black color. If that blue color is changing to black color, you can also indicate to the electricity department. You can take the screenshot. This is the condition of the transformer. Understood, all of you? So whenever any problem is present inside the transformer, outer look, the blue color will be converted into the black color. So you can identify near your colony. So how much electricity near your colony the transformer is transferring? Anyone tell me what is the value? 4.44 into F into phi m into N. Yes, if you want to, when the lab is on, I'll show the transformer. Small transformer in electric shop for 30 rupees you can buy. You can transformer usually step up and step down. That we'll do here. So what is a derivation? How to solve this derivation? So all of you, we know you must start from here. If you are unable to remember, so you can start. Average voltage. Voltage developed in secondary winding. E average equal to d phi by dt. What is the formula for d phi? Phi m minus 0, and dt we are considering only quarter cycle, because in quarter cycle or 1/4 cycle only maximum value is phi m. Okay, so phi m by 1/4f, 4f phi into m. And when we are explaining the electric energy, which factor we have to use? Form factor. ERMS equal to form factor into E average. Form factor is always 1.11. No, there is no proof for us. No need to worry at all. 1.11 you are supposed to remember. So ERMS or electricity transformer voltage is how much now? 4.44 into F into phi m into N. Okay. So now with this, we move to the problems or based on this transformer. Let me share the next screen. Right. Okay. So now before we do the problems, this explanation is important. See, once again, I'm telling you, when you move to the campus, you can ask BW textbooks. They'll give you the BW textbooks directly. No need to purchase outside. So once you see the textbooks, so textbooks, it is a 3 to 4, 5 to 6 textbooks will be there. So they are not in a direct form. This material which we are having, that's enough for external examination. Okay, right. So now you see the formula here, right? Is it visible? No. For a transformer, always I've written one formula. Anyone, please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
E2
Now,
by
Two by
N1
yes,
equals to
this is
N2
the
by
yes.
N1.
So this is the formula here for your understanding. I've written. See, these are the windings: primary winding, secondary winding. At the primary winding, I'm having the voltage. That voltage is called E1, or in books they have written V1 also. E1 or V1. E1 is the primary winding voltage. Here also E2 will be there. Secondary winding voltage. For a transformer, as a student, you have to remember the shortcut formula. One relation, E2 by E1 equal to N2 by N1. Sir, why? If I'm increasing the number of turns, then the voltage increases. If I want high voltage, if I want to convert low voltage to high voltage, what I have to do? In secondary winding, I have to place maximum number of turns. Then it is called the step-up transformer. So here I've written one formula. If E2 is greater than E1, what is the name of the transformer? Step-up transformer. All of your understanding? Step-up transformer. If E2 is less than E1, E2 means what I have written? Secondary winding voltage. Secondary winding voltage. Yeah. So if E2 is less than E1, it is called step-down transformer. Near our colony, which transformer we are having means we are having step-down transformer. It is converting 11,000 volts to 400 volts. All of your understanding? 11,000 volts to 400 volts. Understanding? And that 400 volts is transmitted through 3 wires. And from 3 plus neutral, how much voltage we are getting to your house from the poles? 230 volts. So why it is 11,000? It is not our subject. I know, I'll show you practically. One day industrial visit will be there very soon. Nagarjuna Sagar Dam or Srisalam Dam we will go. So there you will see the generation of electricity and transmission, and where we are placing the transformer also. Okay. So E2 greater than E1, it is step up, and near our colony, we are just stepping down. So E2 is less than the E1. Okay, right. So now you see what happens inside the transformer whenever one question every student can get. Now I'm asking one simple question. I'm giving you one simple transformer. Primary winding is 30 tons. Secondary winding is 300 tons. Primary voltage I'm giving 10 volts. Let us say secondary voltage is 500 volts. Okay, so voltage is 500. If you connect the fan, what happens? Fan will not rotate because fan requires maximum voltage and maximum current. But what is the fault in the transformer? You see what is the formula now? E2 by E1 equal to N2 by N1 equal to, is it I2 by I1 or I1 by I2?
I1 by I2.
I1 by I2.
So here I
I1
have
by
written
I2.
for our understanding, in a transformer, whenever voltage value increases, the current value decreases practically. Understood, all of you? So whenever voltage increases, the current value starts to decrease. This happens practically inside the transformer. So that's why it is called transformer is a constant power machine. Constant power machine. Okay. So remember this equation, it's happening practically inside the transformer is equal to certain constant. So E2 by E1 equal to N2 by N1 equal to I1 by I2 equal to K. Right. This is taken only for the sake of problems. Now let us solve the first problem. All of you, these problems will be simple, only formula substitution only. I'm just maximizing this one. Second problem, I'll give it to you, you must solve. So anyone read? So I'll do this one. Primary winding of a 50 hertz single phase transformers, whatever we are discussing. 3 phase means 3 wires will be there. Okay. Single phase transformer as how many turns they have written? 480. 480 turns. Okay. That is N1 is equal to 480. Number of turns in primary winding. Now one simple here they have given in the question primary winding. My question is the winding which is connected to the supply is called dash winding. Anyone?
Secondary winding.
No, primary. The winding which is connected to the input to supply is called primary, and the winding which is connected to the load is called secondary. Go through the
Secondary.
last class, that is important. See, I can say this third and fourth unit are very important. Transformer has 480 turns, which is primary winding, they are mentioned here, and frequency is 50 hertz, they have given, and is fed. Fed means it is connected to the pole, and is fed from voltage is how much here? 5400 volts. Voltage is how much they have given? 5400 volt supply. That is E1. What is E1? They have given primary winding voltage 5400 volts. Now secondary winding as how many turns here? Read out anyone? Secondary winding has 20 turns. Okay, find the peak value. Peak value means magnetic energy, phi m only. Find the peak value of flux or magnetic energy in the core and secondary voltage. Okay, so first write all the given quantities. Frequency 50 hertz, N1 is number of turns in primary 480, N2 is equal to 20 turns, and E1 the primary winding voltage 5400 volts. So first then write the formula. Don't forget to write the formula. What is that formula for the transformer, all of you? E is equal to 4.44 F into 5 into N, general formula. So depending upon the problem, we'll write N1. If I'm writing here N1, we must write here E2. Okay, E1, sorry. N1, E1, N2, E2. So first write the basic formula. In this problem, they have given primary turns, secondary turns. You can use this formula also. E2 is equal to 4.44 F into 5 into N2. Okay, any formula. So I am using E1 is equal to 4.44 F into N into N1 into 5. Substitute the value. E1 5400. Now you tell me anyone. E1 is 5000. Tell me this one. N1 is 480 and N2 is 20 number of turns. N2 is less than N1. Tell me this one, step up or step down transformer?
Step down.
Step down. Secondary winding. Secondary value is less means it is step down. Okay. Now just substitute 4.44 into 50 into magnetic. Right. One second. Yeah. Yes. In this problem, what they are asking? Find the peak value of the flux. Peak value means magnetic energy we have to calculate. They have not given the value. So phi m we are supposed to calculate into N1 is how much? 480. Okay, so they have given the value of E1 and frequency. Magnetic field we have to calculate. N1 is already given 480. Just substitute. What is the value you are getting? Magnetic field 0.056 Webers. Anyone multiply in your calculation and tell me whether it is you are getting the exact value or not. Anyone, student? So problems on transformer will be only based on formula. Okay. Anyone has substituted? Okay. So what they are asking in the problem, calculate the secondary voltage. So secondary voltage means how to calculate. What is the formula? Read out here. Anyone? Just now I have written E2 by E1 equal to N2 by N1. Yes or no, all of you? This one. Of course, the clarity is missing out here. E2 by E1 equal to N2 by N1. From this, E2 is equal to N2 is 20, N1 is 480, 480 into 5400. Okay, so therefore E2 you are going to get 225 volts. Is it clear, all of you? The problem is all about just the formula substitution, and thereby you are going to get the magnetic field. So let us try with the second one. See here, I will read the question. Okay, you can make a note. The maximum flux density. Flux density means magnetic flux or magnetic energy per unit area. B is equal to phi by A. I hope you have studied in intermediate also. Magnetic flux density. What is the formula for magnetic flux density? Anyone? B is equal to phi by A. How much magnetic field is occupied by your glass, and how much magnetic field is occupied by your entire let us say one smartphone is nothing but the magnetic field density. Okay, the magnetic flux density in the core of, now you tell me, this is step down or step up transformer? 240 by 2400 volts. That is primary voltage is 240 and secondary voltage is 2400. Tell me.
Step up.
Step
Step
up
up.
because E2 is greater than E1. We must check E2 or N2. E2 is greater than E1. It is step up transformer. So 50 Hertz. Where I use the step up transformer? Near the generating station. Generating station means Srisalem Dam and Nagarjun Sagar Dam. We generate the electricity. Few people must be knowing this one. Kottagudam, Ramagundam area. Many people must be knowing. You know?
Yes, sir.
There also
Yes, sir.
with the help of coal they generate the electricity. So there they place this step up transformer and they start transmitting the electricity. So step up transformer is used in the generating station. Step down transformer is used in the domestic houses place wherever the colonies are present. So 50 hertz single phase transformer is how much magnetic flux density. Density means here meter square. One value they have given. B is equal to 1 Weber per meter square. And N1 is how many tons they have given? N1 is equal to 30 tons.
30.
Determine secondary turns. You must make a note of this one. Clarity is not there. I'm just repeating. Determine secondary turns and area of the core. Okay, so for whatever the question they are asking on the transformer, first write the given quantities. E1 equal to 240 volts, E2 is equal to 2400 volts. And what is the formula of the transformer? All of you, transformer formula is what? Oh,
4.44
E is equal
F
to
5mn.
right. Yes, E is equal to 4.44 into F into 5 into N. I can use E1 is equal to 4.44 F into 5m into N1, or E2 is equal to 4.44 F into 5m into N2. So E1 I'm using. E1 is how much? 240 volts, and 4.44 into 50 into 5m. Here also 5m we have to calculate. 5m is not given in the formula. Into N2 is given N1. N1 is how much? 30. So just multiply this one. How much you are getting? 5m here? 0.03636 Webers. You check with the calci. But what I have to calculate? I have to calculate the area. So what is the magnetic flux density given in the problem 1? Magnetic flux density B is equal to 5m by A. This is the basic formula. So area is equal to 5m by B. So we substitute here, we get the 0.03636 meter square. This is meter square, m square, this one. Is it clear, all of you? So the problems, these two are sufficient based upon the EMF equation of the transformer. So today's class is all about EMF equation and simple problem on that one, EMF equation. Is it okay? Any question, anyone?